Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to review the Lutheran Service Book Gift Personal Edition, and it comes in this box. I ordered this one from Amazon, and here's the ISBN. I'll put the ISBN in the video description. It's a two-piece box. Here's what the inside of the lid looks like. And then the inside of the bottom. It came wrapped in tissue paper that was taped around it. As you can see, I still have the ribbons tucked. I haven't broken this in yet, but I've looked at it some. I plan on using this for devotionals and stuff. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a design here. And then there's a design around the cross. And then on the spine it says Lutheran Service Book and the Concordia Publishing House symbol. The back also has this design on it. Here it looks like some lines and then an open Bible. I can't tell if this is like a hand. And then there's like a chalice like thing. A little bit looks like grapes. And then on the back there's a hand, a cross, and a dove. I don't know if you can see it. And here's what the inside looks like right there. It's a paste down construction. It says Lutheran Service Book. And the next page says Lutheran Service Book, prepared by the Commission on Worship of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod, Concordia Publishing House, St. Louis. And then the next page should be the copyright page, I think. Yeah, the copyright page. And it gives other editions of the Lutheran Service Book right here. There's a whole bunch of them. And this is copyright 2006. This was manufactured in China. This is a 22nd printing. Or no, sorry. 6th printing, printed in 2022. And then table of contents. Some of the stuff in here, there's the church year, a lectionary, a glossary, singing psalms, and then different versions of the divine service, the daily office, and then other services and resources. The small catechism is in here. The Athanasian Creed is in here. And then there's hymns, and it gives you the times of year that the different hymns are for. And different church services they can be used in. And then there's like nation songs and nation and national songs. And then there's different indexes: a topical index, author index, translators index, source of hymns and songs, composers and sources of hymns and songs, tunes metrical, tunes alphabetical, first lines, and foreign language hymns. And then holy baptism in case of emergency. And here's what the introduction looks like. I'll show that a little bit more for a second. This imitation, I don't know if it's imitation leather or bonded leather. Let's see, does it? Oh, beyond this part. It doesn't say if this is bonded leather or imitation leather on the box. I'll have to look it up. Oh, and then I didn't notice this before when I looked at this because I haven't read the introduction yet, but I will read it. There's a thing about the cover. They explain the cover design. That's cool. Here's what the church year looks like. And then different commemorations. I'll have to read through that to find more about what that's about. I don't know if I've ever seen that in a hymnal before. Well, this is a hymnal in certain kinds of worship services. 3-year lectionary. I'll have to find out what year we're in at church. It's pretty detailed. It looks like you go through a lot of the Bible. And then here's a 1-year lectionary. And then there's occasional readings for like anniversary of a congregation, a mission observance, Christian education, harvest observance, day of Thanksgiving, day of supplication and prayer, day of national or local tragedy. Oh, and a thing that tells you what day Easter will be in a given year. Next year in 2024, Easter will be on March 31st. And this goes all the way up to the year 2050. Okay, and then here's a glossary. That's cool. I'll have to go through that. See if it has anything. And then how to sing psalms. That's something I've been wanting to learn. I don't know how many of the psalms this has because I know some books like this don't always have all of the psalms. But the table of contents made it seem like it's all 150. Let's see. Matt 98, 104. So far it looks like they're all here. Oop, pass it. Yep, looks like they're all here. And then here's an example of one of the divine services. So here's the end of the Psalms, and here's the first page of one of the divine services. This is actually pretty cool. I think this is going to be a really good book for private devotions. I'll go try and skip right to the hymns. Or actually, I want to see something here. There's something I want to see right here because I'm almost to it. Oh, here we go. Daily prayer for individuals and families. This is a section I want to use. Looks like there's morning, and it gives you Bible readings to do with this, as well as the Apostles' Creed and the Lord's Prayer. Oh, and it gives you some directions for each day of the week, too. Interesting. Noon and early evening. Whoa. That is cool. and close of the day. And then we get a daily lectionary. Now, I haven't heard of a daily lectionary before, so I'll have to find out more about that. I'm wondering if that is for private devotions, for giving you Bible readings to read each day. I wonder if that's what that is. A table of Psalms for daily prayer. That's cool. Prayers, intercessions, and thanksgivings. That's pretty cool. I like the pages are kind of a yellow color, but not a phone book yellow. It's almost a creamy color. Somewhere between a yellow and a creamy color. I mean, there's a lot of different interesting prayers in here. For church musicians and artists. To an open congregation meeting. To increase the holy ministry. Seminaries and colleges. Return of the wayward and erring. Grace to receive the word, or blessing on the word, for obedience to the word. Baptismal life. Civil realm. Home and family. In times of need. And then it's got the Athanasian Creed. And there's even an introduction to it. That's pretty cool. If you want to really start studying things like, if I remember right, the Athanasian Creed is one of the first ones to really go into detail about the Trinity. If I remember right. It was written in response to Arianism, which was the idea that Jesus was not truly God. Yeah, the Athanasian Creed declares that its teaching concerning the Holy Trinity and our Lord's incarnation are the Catholic faith. Catholic here meaning universal, not Roman Catholic. And then the small catechism's in here. I will have to find out which version of the small catechism this is. And then here's hymns. Here's how they look. The sheet music is really clear to read. For me, the font is a good size. Although they did recently come out with a large print version of this that's hardcover. And they give you who wrote the text and what years they lived, who translated the text if it wasn't originally written in English, who wrote the tune, meaning the music, and then where they got the hymn from. In this case, this first hymn they got from the Lutheran hymnal. And then there's other information here too, like what Bible verses go with this hymn, whether the text or the music. In this case, the text and the music are both in the public domain. So that's a good one to show. It's in the public domain. And all the hymns are laid out like that. And the season that this section right here is Advent. it's all pretty much laid out the same. Well, they even give, for things that are translated, they will give you the original language title. It's like hymn number 355, O Savior, Rend the Heavens Wide, was originally German, and I haven't done German in 30 years, so I'm not going to try and pronounce it. But it does give the German title, and it gives the name of the tune in German. It tells you who wrote the text, which in this case was Friedrich von Spee. And it was translated by Martinel Seltz. And the text is copyright 1969 Concordia Publishing House. The tune is in the public domain. So the instrumental of it is in the public domain. And some hymns, the words continue on to another page. But you still follow the same melody. And then, let's see, what's after the hymns? Ooh. Oh, wow. One of my favorite songs is in here, and I didn't even know it. Go Tell It on the Mountain's in here. Text and music in the public domain. Cool. Go Tell It on the Mountain. It's one of the first songs I ever learned in church. In the Methodist Church. Cool. That's awesome. I didn't know that was in here. Who wrote that? It was written, well, the refrain was written in the 1800s. It doesn't say who wrote the verses, but it says it's an African American spiritual. The tune is an African American spiritual, but it was written down as sheet music by Hugh Porter. That's cool. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, and it gives you what time of year or what type of worship service to use these songs in. Trying to go through this book as quick as I can. Even for like if you're doing worship, devotions, like if you're doing the evening prayer, it's even got hymns in here that tell you would do them at evening prayer. That's cool. Let's see. What's after? Oh, and some of these are things from the Bible set to music too. Like I just passed it. I should have showed it a minute ago. The Song of Moses. It had a melody and treble clef, and then it had the words. Some of these songs looks like they're fairly short. Some look like they're longer. And then we have like two versions of the Kyrie right on this page. That's cool. Kyrie comes from the Greek word kyrios, which is Lord. For those who don't know where that word comes from. There's a section called liturgical music. I must have passed the national stuff. Oh, here we go. Nation and national songs. Oh, I was hoping the national anthem or something would be in here. But that's alright. I got that and other stuff. And there's an acknowledgments section. Sorry, I haven't been showing much. I'm just blown away by how much is in here. Copyright holders and administrators. So if you need to get permission for wanting to use songs, they tell you. And some of these are well-known music publishers. Topical index of hymns and songs. So if you want to look it up by topic. It's still that one. Authors, translators, and sources of hymns and songs. Composers, sources of hymns. This is a really good book. And then I skipped an index. Oh, here we go. Foreign language hymns. I'll show that real quick. And then here's the emergency form of baptism. I've noticed this in quite a few of my Lutheran books. But I think that's really cool. Definitely a nice tool to have for doing daily devotions or for taking the church and using during the church service. The ribbons, if you're curious, here I'll pull them out. There's I want to say that's burgundy or maroon and a gold one. Reminds me of the colors of the high school I went to. Alright, but they're kind of decent length ribbons. That's the Lutheran Service Book Gift Personal Edition. And it came in this box. A nice two-piece box. Really cool. So, I think it's really awesome. And if you get a chance, check one of these out. There's also a Pew edition. There's a large print Pew edition. And I think I'm not sure if there's a 4th edition, but there's this edition, the Pew edition, and the large print Pew edition at least. You can get these off Concordia Publishing House's website, or you can get them off Amazon. I ordered this one on Amazon. But it's well worth getting. Now, I don't know if it'll come with this box if you order it on Concordia's website or not. Because I thought I saw when I looked at it on Concordia, you have to pay extra for the box. But when you order on Amazon, you get the box. So, look at both places and figure out which place you want to order from. I'm really glad I got that. That's really cool. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.